these markings on my face. Do you see these dots? Yeah. Today, talking about the beauty of my African ancestry as well as the ancestry throughout my lineage. I'm really excited to talk to you about face painting, face beautification. I have a very simple reflection today on my face, which reflects my African heritage. But there are other lineages and cultures outside of African culture that utilize the beauty of face markings and face paintings. So take a look. Take a look. Very simple. Now, this does not represent a certain country in Africa because, as we know, we can't just say African culture, right? There are hundreds of cultures, maybe even thousands in on the African continent. So that's why in the past years, the whole ancestry companies that help you look up your lineage or whatever have come more into the forefront. So welcome, welcome. If you haven't met me before, I am Damiana, medicine woman, and I am here to create a safe space for myself and others who want to explore the spiritual, cultural, and ancestral sides of myself and themselves. And, whether it's talking about crystals and stones that are from the earth, whether it's talking about the chakras of the body and how to balance those, whether it's essential oils and how those aromas and topical and in the bath can really help and heal. I am a healer by nature, and I love being able to share um, all the things, the beautiful wonders of this world that I find out. There's nothing new under the sun. That's what something that my mom always raised us to know. Nothing new under the sun, right? So, like, I'm not coming here thinking like, "Oh, let me show you something new." But it could be new to you, or it could be something that you wanted to visit. And that's why I'm here, a safe space for you to watch, to learn. I'd love for you to put a comment down here. I'm really going hard, trying to go hard with the YouTube side of things. Because if you know anything about my more, I would say more professional side, because I'm always a professional, but that's the veterinary side of the house. I do veterinary medicine, so I'm a healer of animals and people, in that my healing for myself is spiritual and cultural, and I want to share that with you moving forward. So we are here today talking about celebrating the beauty of culture and ancestry reflected in the markings on my face. So again, take a look. I chose black, beautiful black. And you can see that I'm actually going to show and share a couple of books, text. You know how I like to share text where I learn knowledge and things like that from. So one is this book here called Glory, and that's by Kahran and Regis Bethencourt. Okay, it's a stunning celebration of Black beauty, as you can see. Just gorgeous young lady on the front. And then as you go through, you can find other images. Like, for instance, I love this one here. Look at that. Look at that. So all I'd have to do is pull out my white face painting stick and take a look in here and see what it is, what country they're representing, and then I can go out and step out and represent those things as well. So Glory, that's the book, and it's just got tons. It's a pictography. So yes, it does have information about what's going on, but it also has the images, and there's nothing to say that you can't just copy that like I'm doing, right? So maybe this week you get your face painting sticks, and I'll show you the sticks that I have and that I've been using. These face painting sticks. And I had actually asked my daughter to get them for me, I think a couple years ago. I was like, you know what? I want to get, I knew I knew where I was going. I knew where I was heading. I wanted to head in this direction where I'm sharing this type of knowledge, this type of beauty, and making it okay for you, whether you're a man, woman. Let me find a picture here of a young man, because this face painting, if you know anything about cultural ancestry, you know that in a lot of the different African cultures, the men as well as the women just, you know, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Not beautiful, but beautiful, but just like extreme, like, and of course they have also the situations where they stipple the skin as well, and there's a reaction so that there's actual like inflammation that causes the beautiful patterns on the faces. So I just wanted to kind of, introduce this a little bit. Again, not just various countries in Africa. I'm also reading a book called The 13 Original Clan Mothers. And this is more so about on the Native American side. Now, we say Native, and that can mean so many different things, because people of color, have been here on the west, in the western side of civilization, well before. Like, all people of color did not come over on boats and ships and that kind of thing, right? So we know that, we've been knowing that for a long time. So when we say Native, it's not only Native American, as we know, like quote unquote Indian, which we know that's a misnomer anyway. But this book is about that, and it's about the original mothers, and that's various African cultures. The Indian / Native American cultures know that civilization began with women, right? It's not until other factions came into play that said, oh yeah, patriarchy, men did this, okay, because you have muscles or whatever. They say, oh, hunting and gathering, oh, hunting. We know how not great meat is for us. And again, this is me over on the Damiana side. This is not me on the professional side. So I can say what I need to say over here. Even though I've grown up for over 40 years eating meat, I am on the road to cutting that out. I actually have cut that out for about the last 2 weeks. And you are actually here on a journey with me doing that, because we know that you say the hunters and gatherers again, and that was always separated like, oh, the men do the hunting and the women do the gathering. The women do the gathering because we are the creators of life. And we know that the health and the healing comes from plants. We know that you can have the biggest steak. You can have the biggest porterhouse steak and slap it on a plate. And you can say, well, what about this? This is how I get my protein. I'm a hunter. Okay, but where did that big old beef get its protein from? How did it get to be so big? Did that cow, did that big bull, did it eat another bull? Did it eat a lion? Like, where did that big, muscular slab of beef on your plate get its nutrients from? Plants. 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 Okay? Plants. All right. So I think okay. So I'll step off my little soapbox there for a minute. I'll step on off, but just know that this painting of my face, right? It's put me into this thought process right now where I'm feeling like, you know what, I'm about to say what I want to say, and that's what I'm doing. You know, I'm a sensitive Cancerian spirit, definitely very compassionate, sweet, sensitive, but I also have that side that, if you know anything about, astrology and and the moons and the all the things that I'm even continuously learning, you know that we cancers, right? Oh, they're so sweet and sensitive. Okay. Until we get to that point, right? Until we get to that point. And so sometimes, I'm gonna get a little rowdy on here. I'm gonna get a little rambunctious. I'm gonna get a little rowdy because I am not just one way. But I did want to stop in today and share what I've done, on my face for beautification. Oh, that's the word from before. It was scarification, where some of the various African cultures, and I'm sure probably other cultures too, create marks on their skin, and it creates a pattern um, of scarification that's usually used in like ceremonies that where the boys become men or the girls become women, that kind of thing. Also very beautiful, some painful, right? But it's like, ooh, that's that carrying on into the adult world. So again, just so that I can give thanks to those who come before me and those who, have books. We've got Glory. That's a beautiful, beautiful representation, of African culture. The 13 Original Clan Mothers gets into some of the different moons and the guardians that are associated with those various moons. And then again, these are the face painting sticks that I use. Boop, 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 with the various colors. So, I could put some blue in between or just do whatever I want to do. I just love it. I love life. I'm very grateful for it. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad, for that. And until next time, it's Damiana, Medicine Woman, signing off. Peace.